TigerCast Beyond the Game is brought to you by Embassy Suites Hunt Valley, a preferred hotel partner of Towson Athletics. Book your stay in this all suites hotel by calling 410-584-1400 or by visiting them on the web at embassybaltimore.com.
Hey Tiger fans, we're back with another episode of TigerCast, the official podcast of Towson Athletics. I'm Laura Laddick with the Towson Sports Network, and I'm joined by Griffin Bass and Lauren Coleman from Track and Field. Griffin, how's it going today?
Pretty good. Semester's winding down, so good news. Looking forward to the summer. How are you doing?
Good, getting ready for graduation and everything. And Lauren, how's your day going?
My day is going pretty good so far. I just finished practicing, and now I'm here with you guys. I'm so happy to be here. Thanks for having me on here.
Of course, and jumping right in, how'd practice go today? What were you up to?
Yeah, so today I had my shot put practice in the morning, and then in the afternoon we lifted with Coach Lima in the weight room. And then I got some treatment after practice, got a nice massage to loosen up some of my muscles in my back that I use for my throwing. And now I'm here about to get ready to start studying for finals and, getting those projects done.
And what's your major at Towson?
Yeah, so right now I'm studying supply chain management.
Okay, that's awesome. And I was informed that you interned with Travis Fuller. How is that going? How has that been?
Yeah, so it's been really good. I met Travis last year when he came and started and took over that role and really transformed the fan experience here at Towson. I'm really happy with just the quick results that happened once he came into the role. I saw a lot of a better student turnout at all of our games, our football games, our basketball games, just more involvement, and it was just a fun atmosphere. And it was a great atmosphere to be at as a student at Towson.
And interning with him, what kind of things have you been doing?
Yeah, so for the, I haven't been doing a lot over this COVID season. I wasn't able to work a lot of games or anything this year, just because a lot of stuff conflicted with my track schedule. So, last, I would say fall and spring was pretty busy, just working some of the games, working a lot of the basketball games, women and men, a lot of the football games, soccer, just sort of implementing all of our scripted, our scripted, how do you call it? We have scripts for every game pretty much. And, we fulfill all of those sponsored events and sponsored contest within those games, and we do a lot of the setup and breakdown and music for all of the games, just so that our student athletes feel ready to go and that the environment at every game is just crazy and fun for the fans.
Cool. And so your major and your internship, what are your goals for after school?
Yeah, so my goals are to still continue to work in the athletic field, whether I'm doing marketing or, something like game presentation or game experience. And so I really want to, continue to work in that field because it's what makes me happy. I love seeing, the fans interact with each other. And I love seeing, our student athletes have a lot of fun while they're playing their game, and just everyone being tuned with the goal, which is to win at the end of the day. And so I love that environment. I think that sports is just a place where, no matter what background people are, everyone can come together and agree on one thing. And I love being in that sort of environment. So I would love to continue down that path in my career journey.
Gotcha. Is there a specific sport that you want to stick with and you want to go into, or maybe a certain level, pro, college, whatever, that you want to follow, be in sports marketing or sports whatever?
Yes, no, that's a great question. I would love to continue in college sports. I think I fell in love with college sports just because I've been around that environment for the last 3-4 years now. I would love to go work in pro. I, have a couple of mentors who are in the pro level right now, working in different positions. And I've had a couple mentors who've worked in the pro level, and they told me the difference between college and pro sports and how crazy it is, just how demanding things can be. And I really love that aspect of my life right now because I'm kind of young and I don't mind giving up my weekends and stuff right now to build on my career. And I think as far as what sport I would love to work with, I would love to work with basketball. I love basketball ever since I was younger. I played basketball my whole life and I love being around that environment. I also love that it's climate controlled. And so, I don't mind being outside with football. I think the football atmosphere is amazing. You get to do more stuff visually. At the pro level, there's fireworks, there's just people running around doing everything. You get to utilize that 100-yard field. And so the football environment is super fun. I love baseball too. I love hockey. I love every sport. I don't discriminate when it comes to sports. I think each sport brings a special environment and it fulfills something within all of us. And so I love sports. I worked in soccer a little bit with the women's soccer league, and that was really fun. I never knew that I would enjoy soccer so much working with the women's league. And so, like I said, I think sports is just the environment itself. It just brings out the best in people. So
yeah, couldn't agree more.
Obviously, there's a love for sports. Where does that come from? You grew up playing sports. What sports have you played? How did you get settled in on track and field?
So, I never imagined I would be competing at this level. I never imagined I'd be doing track and field at all in college and being performing at the level that I am. And I think that's just, I think that's really great, just because, that's just what life is. It's unexpected. It's a lot of different things that will happen to sort of switch the journey that you think you want to be on. And so growing up, I just played basketball, straight basketball. It was so fun. I played, AAU, private school league. I just played, county league. I played everywhere. And so that was my love. And then in high school, a friend introduced me to track and field. And I was like, I don't really want to run. So what else can I do to stay in shape for basketball season? And so, she was like, oh, I throw shot put. And I was like, okay, let me try shot put again. Because I tried it briefly in like 5th or 6th grade. And so I was like, okay, this is okay. This is cool or whatever, but I like basketball better. So I kind of stopped and then went back to it in high school, and just kept building and building from there. And I really just grew a love for track and field. I love being at the environment. And I think that, unexpectedly, track and field is a great environment too. Just because it has so many ups and downs and highs and lows in it, that it really is exciting for me. And so I actually love all sports. Growing up, I was fortunate enough to go to a school that sort of gave us, a little piece of all sports, flag football, soccer, tennis, badminton, everything. So I just really appreciate the schools that I went to in the past, just exposing me to the environment of sports. And so pretty much my love of sports grew from just being like, at some pro games and college games growing up. And I loved the behind the scenes work. I would pay attention to the game, but I also was always like, how does this work? How does that work? I'd always ask my parents, like, how do they get the jumbotron to work? How do the camera people know when to do this and that? And so that curiosity kind of, sparked that sort of light in me of like, this is what I want to do.
Well, here at Towson, you're a highly decorated athlete. It's like a household name at this point. Do you want to talk about some of your achievements that you've had so far here?
Oh yes, I'm super, super just grateful for all the coaches I've had. I've had 4 different coaches the past 6 years because, I took a red shirt my senior year and, we sat out for COVID year. So I'm doing my 4th year of eligibility now. And so over the 6 years that I've been here, or 5.5 years, I guess, I've had 4 different coaches and they've all taught me great life lessons. I think freshman year, Coach Jones, he had me switch up my shot put technique. And I think that really sparked the change in the flow of how I was going to build with the next few coaches. And so I had Coach Rebels, I think sophomore, junior year, Coach Ball, senior year, and grad year. And then now I have Coach Tyler. And so with all 4 of my coaches, I've met with them on different occasions just to discuss, how to improve. And so they each brought their own piece. And I think each year by year, I've been able to build and improve and adjust to different coaching styles. And so I think that really is what pushed me to just keep improving. I also have a sister on the team, Georgia, and we push each other, and during the summer, we sacrifice a lot so that we can train for our sport. We try to balance, like enjoying our summer and internships and jobs, but also making sure we devote a lot of time to our training. And we take that really seriously. And I think the results showed. So that's pretty much, where I can give my credit to is just the people around me really pushing me. And my parents are so supportive um, of my track journey, because initially I kind of walked onto the team and, they had to, fully support that decision in my life of going to college and walking on the team. And then, sort of just flourishing and growing and just putting in that grind to get to where I am now. So I just really credit the people around me and trusting in me and instilling confidence in me. So, yes.
Yeah. So, because you've done so much here at Towson, it seems like everything you've tried, you've been great at, whether it's academically or athletically with track and field. Because you just completed a master's program right in December.
Yes.
So what was that in, and like, where does your motivation for everything, like, where does that come from, and what motivates you to push so hard on the field and also in the classroom?
Yeah, so I definitely say my parents are just great role models. Growing up, I saw just really work hard for everything that they have now, and I really want to mimic that. And I have an older sister as well. She didn't really participate in sports, but just seeing how she really worked hard, I wanted to sort of mimic that. And so coming in freshman year, I wanted to I already kind of had a little bit of a plan, but I really didn't know. I wanted to continue to grow and use that use those undergrad years as just stepping stones for, what I wanted to do in my career path. And so I came in freshman year, I said, you know what, let me choose a major that's broad. I want to be able to have options when I like just unlimited options in my head, unlimited options. So I was like, okay, let me just do regular business. I think every company, every sort of corporation, I was like, there has to be, room for a business major here. So that's what I thought freshman year. And so I chose business administration. And then once I started taking classes in different fields of business, finance, accounting, marketing, management, supply chain, operations, everything, I was like, you know what, let me sort of find and narrow myself into what I really like. And so I chose the management track, which I did undergrad. But then I said, working in sports marketing is what I really love. So let me go, switch over to the marketing path while still, working with the athletic department so that I could get, the best of both worlds. And so I always knew I wanted to get a master's degree. That was just a no-brainer. Not a no-brainer. That was just a negotiable for myself. I was like, I want a master's degree. I want to keep learning because I absolutely love learning. And I feel like I'm going to continue to learn and seek out different courses and stuff, post-collegiate years. And so I chose marketing intelligence, which is a one-year program here at Towson. Professor Duverger is the director of the program. Just really tuning up the traditional and digital marketing aspects of marketing and putting those together and really making sure that we learn data-driven marketing decisions. And I think that is so important now with social media, with just any sort of marketing that you're doing, in life. So I think that was a great decision for me. And so after COVID hit, I had to enroll in another major because I was finished with my master's degree and I wanted to stay eligible. So I switched to supply chain management with Dr. Scala. She reached out to me because she already knew my situation. And she said, apply to the supply chain and see, if you get in and all that. And here we are now. I got into her program and I'm loving supply chain as well. So I'm glad just that I'm able to keep building and feeding on more just different routes and different tracks of business.
And with the supply chain, are you finishing that up, or how much longer do you have to do with that program?
Yeah, so I still have a summer course with my supply chain certificate, and I also have 2 fall courses. So I'm really excited to finish those and learn more about supply chain management because just like I said, marketing is so important in our life. Supply chain is super, super important too. So I'm just happy that I get to sort of be in learn about those 2 tracks of business, like I said.
And kind of switching back to your just track and field and just being an athlete, going into track and field meets, are you a superstitious athlete? Do you have a pregame ritual that you have to stick with?
No, I'm not really superstitious at all. I didn't want to, get that in my head, like, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that. Because with track and field, the environment changes like so much. There are times where I've been to track meets where, they've said I'm scheduled to throw it one time and then I throw it a different time. And so that can just really mess me up with my routine. And so I like to just listen to music and make sure that I have food in my stomach, because I do not like throwing hungry. I'm like, I don't know what it is. I just feel like I lose energy so fast. So I'm like, let me eat something, get some music in, get a nice warm up in. Sometimes I talk to my coach briefly, sometimes I don't. It just depends on the meet. But yeah, we just adapt. So that's all it is. I think my superstition is just adapting to the environment that I'm in, but also, getting a good warm up in and listening to some great songs. So that's pretty much it.
What's on the Lauren Coleman playlist?
Everything. I listen to literally all genres of music. I can't even specify what, I swear.
And yeah, go ahead, Griffin.
So you won the CAA women's shot put title, and that was in 2017, and back-to-back years in 2017 and 2018. Then you had an injury. So what was like your mentality coming out of that, and being able to bounce back so as well as you did, because you ended up winning this year again in 2021 the women's shot put title for the CAA. So congratulations on that, by the way.
Oh, thank you. So pretty much, any injury is devastating. It can affect you mentally, physically. And so, when I got injured back in 2018, at first I didn't really know the severity of the injury. So I kept competing throughout the whole season. And then I, went back and really looked at everything and, saw, that I needed surgery. And so, I had that discussion with my head coach, and Coach Jackson is super supportive of everything. When I met with him, he was like, I have your back, you can redshirt. Everything's gonna be okay. I was like, I really want to come back and I really want to compete. And so he really instilled in me that, there's a place for me here at Towson, and that they were going to support me throughout my senior year of undergrad, which I redshirted. And so my whole mentality with that was just getting back and being able to get back into my shot put technique and improve it. And so I think that was a great decision, because the next year, once Coach Ball came in, which was my third coach, I really started to peak at shot put and really just throw like I've never thrown in my life. So I really am grateful that that injury happened, actually, because I feel like, everything happens for a reason in that case. And so I really wanted to continue to improve on shot put and some of my other events as well.
With you winning the shot put title this year in 2021, you also became the first CAA athlete to win 3 women's shot put titles. So it's a big deal. Awesome.
Oh, wow.
And then awesome. Do you have any what's your favorite memory being here at Towson, whether it's track and field or academic, whatever it is, your internship, whatever? What's your favorite thing? What favorite memory from being at Towson?
Oh, wow. I would say it would have to be on the athletic side. It's just winning that CAA championship in 2017 at Delaware. That was amazing. I would never forget that day. I would never forget those moments with my teammates, and just the look on everyone's faces and everyone's feelings. I could feel, just captivated in that moment. And so that's definitely my favorite memory here at Towson. Overall, academics, work-wise, everything. And so yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yes, I'm gonna hit you with the rapid fire questions. I'm gonna have Griffin record it. We have right now Sam Algetz from field hockey holds the record with 35 seconds is how long it took her to answer these 10 questions. So
Okay.
you're just gonna answer them as quick as you can and see if you can beat 35 seconds. Okay. What's your favorite sport to watch?
Basketball.
Favorite food?
Macaroni and cheese.
Favorite athlete?
Russell Westbrook.
Favorite color?
Teal.
Are you a morning person or a night owl?
I'm a night owl.
Favorite movie?
Anything with Johnny Depp in it.
Favorite TV show?
House Hunters.
Favorite song?
Mars by something like that. Yeah.
And your favorite musical artist?
Oh, that's hard. I would say Drake. Yeah.
And then put your left shoe or your right shoe on first?
Right shoe. Left shoe.
Hey.
No, hold on. Right shoe.
That one gets people.
Oh.
It's the music. That one, the music always gets people too. I got 46 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's a wrap on this week's episode, Tiger fans. Thank you, Griffin, and thank you, Lauren, for joining me. Be on the lookout for more episodes of TigerCast, where we take you beyond the game. For the Towson Sports Network, I'm Laura Leidick, and as always, go Tigers.
Go Tigers.